The Duggar family, one of the most well-known households in the United States, has captured public attention for decades due to their large size and deeply rooted religious values. Led by Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, this Arkansas-based family consists of 19 children, 10 sons, and 9 daughters, who have grown up under the spotlight of reality television and national media coverage. Their story is not only about raising a massive family, but also about navigating faith, parenting, and personal growth in an unconventional yet highly structured environment. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's journey into parenthood began in 1995 with the birth of their first child, Ashley. Over the next 2 decades, they welcomed 18 more children, making them one of the largest documented Christian families in the country. Their parenting philosophy is deeply influenced by their conservative Christian beliefs, particularly those aligned with quiverful theology, a movement that encourages large families as a divine blessing. This belief system emphasizes traditional gender roles, homeschooling, and strong family bonds, all of which have played a significant role in shaping the Duggars' way of life. Beyond their family dynamics, the Duggars gained widespread recognition through their reality television series 19 Kids and Counting, which aired on TLC from 2008 to 2016. The show provided an inside look at their daily routines, from managing household responsibilities to preparing for major life events such as weddings and careers. While the program initially garnered praise for its wholesome portrayal of family life, it later faced controversy, leading to its eventual cancellation. Despite these challenges, the Duggar family remains a prominent figure in discussions surrounding faith-based parenting, media influence, and the complexities of raising a large family in the modern world. At the heart of the Duggar family's unique structure lies a clear division of labor based on traditional gender roles, which plays a crucial role in maintaining harmony within their expansive household. Jim Bob and Michelle serve as the primary decision-makers, guiding their children with a blend of firm discipline and nurturing love. As the patriarch, Jim Bob often takes on the responsibility of teaching his sons practical skills, such as carpentry and home maintenance, while Michelle focuses on instilling values and homemaking skills in her daughters. This division not only reinforces their respective roles, but also creates a sense of purpose and identity among the siblings. With 19 children, sibling relationships are intricate and multifaceted. Older siblings often take on quasi-parental roles, helping to care for younger ones and assisting with schoolwork or chores. This dynamic fosters a strong bond among the siblings, creating a support system that is essential in a large family setting. However, it can also lead to competition for parental attention and resources, which may sometimes strain relationships. The Duggars navigate these challenges by emphasizing teamwork and cooperation, encouraging their children to view each other as allies rather than rivals. Daily routines are meticulously organized to accommodate the needs of such a large family. Meals are typically communal, reinforcing the importance of family time and shared experiences. Each child contributes to household chores, which are assigned based on age and ability, promoting a sense of responsibility and community. This structure not only ensures that the household runs smoothly, but also teaches valuable life skills that will benefit the children as they grow older. Overall, the Duggar family's structure reflects their core values of faith, hard work, and unity. By embracing their roles and responsibilities within the family unit, each member contributes to a cohesive and supportive environment that nurtures both individual growth and collective strength. Throughout the years, the Duggar family has experienced numerous significant events that have shaped their public image and contributed to their widespread recognition. One of the most defining moments in their journey was the launch of their reality television series, 19 Kids and Counting, in 2008. The show, which aired on TLC, offered viewers an intimate look into the family's daily life, showcasing everything from their strict household rules to their efforts to maintain strong familial bonds despite their large size. The program quickly became a hit, drawing millions of viewers and cementing the Duggars as a household name in American pop culture. As the show continued, several milestones further reinforced the family's prominence in the media. The weddings of their eldest children, particularly those of daughters Jill and Jessa, were widely covered events that highlighted the family's commitment to traditional values and faith-based ceremonies. These celebrations were not only significant personal achievements for the individuals involved, but also served as opportunities for the family to showcase their tightly knit relationships and religious convictions. Additionally, the Duggars expanded their influence beyond television through various business ventures, including books, clothing lines, and speaking engagements, further solidifying their presence in the public eye. However, not all developments in the Duggar family's public life were positive. In 2015, a major scandal emerged when reports surfaced regarding Josh Duggar's past involvement in inappropriate behavior with underage girls. This revelation led to widespread criticism and ultimately resulted in the cancellation of 19 kids and counting. The incident marked a turning point for the family, shifting public perception and prompting many to reevaluate their stance on the Duggars' previously idealized lifestyle. Despite these challenges, the family has continued to maintain a presence in conservative Christian circles, leveraging social media and occasional media appearances to stay connected with their audience. These key moments, ranging from the success of their television show to the impact of personal controversies, have collectively shaped the Duggar family's trajectory in the public sphere. Through both triumphs and trials, they have remained a fixture in discussions about faith-based parenting, media influence, and the complexities of navigating life under intense scrutiny. The Duggar family tree is extensive, spanning multiple generations and reflecting the deep roots of their religious and cultural heritage. At its foundation are Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, whose own upbringing played a crucial role in shaping their parenting philosophy. Jim Bob, born James Robert Duggar, was raised in a devoutly religious household where biblical principles were central to daily life. His parents, Rich and Judy Duggar, instilled in him the values of hard work, obedience, and faith, which he would later pass on to his own children. Similarly, Michelle Duggar grew up in a conservative Christian home that emphasized modesty, service, and family devotion. Her parents, Richard and Peggy Keller, were influential figures in the Quiverful movement, a belief system that strongly advocates for large families as a divine blessing. These formative influences helped shape the couple's approach to marriage, parenting, and their public persona. Beyond Jim Bob and Michelle, the Duggar family tree extends to include their 19 children, each of whom has played a distinct role within the family dynamic. Their eldest daughter, Ashley, was the first to step into adulthood, followed by Jonah, John David, Jill, Elizabeth, Jessica, Sarah, Anna, Emily, Grace, Zach, Mike, Timmy, Levi, Josa, Jordan, Jake, Joseph, and Benjamin, the youngest. As the children matured, some chose to follow in their parents' footsteps by starting their own families. For example, Jill and Derek Dillard, Jessa and Ben Seawald, and Joy Anna Forsyth and Austin Forsyth have all married and begun raising their own children, continuing the Duggar legacy. These marriages were often celebrated publicly, reinforcing the family's emphasis on faith, tradition, and strong marital bonds. Looking further back, the Duggars' ancestry reveals a lineage deeply rooted in American conservative Christianity. Both sides of the family have ties to religious movements that emphasize purity, abstinence before marriage, and strict adherence to biblical teachings. These generational influences have played a significant role in shaping the Duggars' worldview, influencing everything from their parenting style to their public outreach efforts. As the family continues to grow through future generations, their family tree remains a testament to their enduring commitment to faith, family, and tradition. The Duggar family's impact extends far beyond their immediate household, shaping broader conversations around religion, media representation, and parenting philosophies. As one of the most visible proponents of the quiverful movement, their lifestyle has sparked both admiration and debate, particularly regarding their commitment to large family living and traditional Christian values. Their influence is especially pronounced within conservative Christian communities, where their story has been embraced as an example of unwavering faith and dedication to biblical principles. Through books, public speaking engagements, and their now-canceled reality show, the Duggars have reached audiences worldwide, reinforcing their message of family-centered living and spiritual devotion. Media representation has played a pivotal role in shaping the Duggar family's legacy, offering both opportunities and challenges. Initially, their television exposure brought widespread recognition, allowing them to share their unique perspective on faith-based parenting with millions of viewers. However, as their public profile grew, so did scrutiny, particularly following revelations about Josh Duggar's past misconduct. This controversy underscored the complexities of media visibility, demonstrating how personal struggles can become public narratives with lasting consequences. Despite these challenges, the Duggars have maintained a presence in conservative media circles, using platforms like social media and podcasts to continue engaging with their audience. Ultimately, the Duggar family's legacy is defined by their unwavering commitment to their beliefs, even in the face of adversity. Whether viewed as exemplars of traditional family values or cautionary figures in discussions about accountability and transparency, their influence remains significant. As their children continue to build their own lives and families, the Duggar name will likely persist as a symbol of faith-driven living in contemporary American culture. The Duggar family, known for their large household and deeply rooted conservative Christian values, lived by a strict set of rules that governed nearly every aspect of their daily lives. From the way they dressed to how they interacted with the outside world, the Duggars followed a rigid structure designed to reinforce discipline, obedience, and faith. This lifestyle was not only central to their identity, but also became a defining feature of their reality television show, 19 Kids and Counting. As one of the eldest daughters, Jinger Voulo experienced firsthand the intense scrutiny and structured routines that came with being part of such a high-profile family. While many viewers were fascinated by the sheer size of the family and their unconventional approach to parenting, others found certain aspects of their daily life perplexing or even controversial. One particularly notable practice, walking in a line like ducks, became an iconic symbol of the family's emphasis on order and uniformity. As Jinger reflects on her upbringing, she has openly discussed how these routines shaped her childhood and influenced her views on authority, personal freedom, and individuality. One of the most recognizable aspects of the Duggar family's daily routine was their habit of walking in a single file line, often likened to a group of ducks. This practice, which seemed peculiar to outsiders, was a deliberate effort by Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar to instill discipline, order, and unity among their children. Whether they were entering a store, attending church, or simply moving from one room to another, the children were expected to form a neat line, youngest to oldest, maintaining quiet and respectful behavior at all times. To the Duggars, this seemingly unusual habit reinforced their belief in hierarchy, respect for authority, and the importance of functioning as a cohesive unit rather than as individuals. For Jinger Voulo, who grew up following this routine without question, it was simply a normal part of daily life. However, in retrospect, she has acknowledged how such strict adherence to structure may have limited opportunities for personal expression and spontaneity. The duck-like formation, while intended to promote order, also became a visual representation of the family's tightly controlled environment, one that would later spark curiosity and debate among those outside their insular world. Beyond the symbolic act of walking in line, the Duggar household operated under a meticulously structured daily schedule designed to maximize productivity, reinforce moral values, and maintain strict parental control. Each day began early, with children waking up before sunrise to complete assigned chores before school. Education was conducted primarily through homeschooling, with lessons taking place in a designated classroom area within the house. The curriculum emphasized religious teachings, traditional gender roles, and financial responsibility, reinforcing the family's belief system and long-term goals. Meals were eaten together as a family, fostering unity and reinforcing etiquette, while entertainment was heavily monitored to ensure alignment with their conservative values. Additionally, interactions with the outside world were carefully managed, with strict guidelines regarding friendships, dating, and media consumption. These routines, though intended to cultivate discipline and strong character, left little room for deviation or personal exploration. For Jinger, who spent much of her youth adhering to these expectations without question, reflecting on these practices later in life prompted deeper consideration of how such a structured upbringing shaped her sense of autonomy and self-identity. As the Duggar family gained national attention through their reality television show, 19 Kids and Counting, their already highly structured lifestyle became even more scrutinized by the public. What had once been private family routines were now broadcast into millions of homes, drawing both admiration and criticism. Viewers were captivated by the sheer size of the family, their unwavering commitment to conservative Christian values, and the unique ways in which they maintained order within their household. The duck-walking formation, in particular, became a widely recognized and frequently parodied image, symbolizing the family's emphasis on discipline and conformity. However, with increased fame came heightened pressure to uphold their image as exemplars of a godly, orderly home. The cameras not only documented their daily lives, but also reinforced the necessity of maintaining strict adherence to their established routines. For Jinger, growing up under constant public observation meant that every action was subject to interpretation, shaping how she viewed herself and her role within the family dynamic. The influence of the show extended beyond entertainment, impacting how the Duggars presented themselves to the world and how they navigated challenges when their carefully curated image was disrupted. As Jinger matured and eventually stepped away from the spotlight, she began to reflect more deeply on how her upbringing shaped her sense of identity and personal agency. The structured routines that had once felt like an unquestionable part of daily life now stood out as significant influences on her development. The emphasis on obedience, collective unity, and strict adherence to family expectations left little room for individuality, prompting Jinger to explore what independence truly meant to her. In interviews and social media posts, she has spoken about the process of redefining her beliefs and values, acknowledging both the strengths and limitations of her upbringing. While she credits her parents' teachings with instilling discipline and resilience, she also recognizes how the lack of personal freedom during her formative years affected her ability to make independent decisions later in life. Her marriage to Jeremy Voulo, a former soccer player and musician, marked a turning point in her journey towards self-discovery, allowing her to experience a different way of life outside the constraints of her childhood environment. Through this evolution, Jinger has come to appreciate the importance of critical thinking, open communication, and personal choice concepts that were largely absent in her early years, but now play a crucial role in shaping her own family and future. In recent years, Jinger has embraced a more balanced perspective on her upbringing, recognizing both the positive and restrictive aspects of her childhood. Rather than outright rejecting everything she was taught, she has taken the time to evaluate which values still resonate with her and which ones no longer serve her evolving worldview. This process of reflection has allowed her to build a life that aligns more closely with her personal beliefs, while still honoring the foundation laid by her family. She and Jeremy have chosen to raise their children with a blend of structure and flexibility, encouraging curiosity, open dialogue, and emotional expression, elements that were notably absent in her own childhood. By consciously creating a different kind of environment for her own family, Jinger is actively working to break generational patterns while still holding onto the core principles of faith, hard work, and familial bonds. Her journey serves as a testament to the power of self-awareness and growth, demonstrating how stepping away from a rigid upbringing can lead to a deeper understanding of oneself and the choices that shape one's future.